Amanda Poole, WACH FOX Sports.
The Tigers knew they'd be tested in Demon Deacon territory, but after a big stop in a double overtime, Clemson passed. Current and former Gamecocks are all over the land. The Final Four and Team USA's training camp putting Aaliyah Boston and Asia Wilson right next door to the current Gamecocks en route to a national championship.
The CLA soon to be packed as support for this program has grown this season. And it's supposed to be a whiteout, but clearly I did not get the memo. But let me show you, this cockpit will be a wave of white come tip-off time.
The Wildcats, led by running back Jonah Norris, who leads the state in rushing with over 1,700 yards. And get this, the kid has 25 touchdowns so far. But hey, the Silver Foxes boast a back of their own. The James Madison commit Jarvis Green scoring a record 7 touchdowns last week against River Bluff. Dawn Staley's halftime speech must have resonated with Tahina Paopao. She comes out in that third quarter. She knocks down a lead-changing three-pointer, and then the Gamecocks will go on a 7-0 run to push past the Tar Heels. They actually hit 5 of their 6 three-pointers in the second half alone.
Klubnik also talking about his relationship with Riley, saying the first time they met, the two Texans hit it off, talking about brisket and football. It'll be that chemistry that bleeds through the Clemson offense this season.
Hundreds of college stars will be waiting for a phone call that will change their lives forever. And the first call of the evening, of the night, will be coming from Carolina. And the literal biggest difference is the 7'2" center Zvonimir Ivicic, the so-called Croatian sensation, made available just last Saturday. Curious to see how the Gamecocks can match up with a big man who can knock down the three-point shots. Well, Matt, I think this kid needs an NIL deal or a sponsorship with Dunkin' Donuts, because that is all he was doing tonight, putting on a show for this Gamecock crowd. Tahina Paopao was asked about it after the game, and they were like, you go on this 17-1 run in the third quarter. What are you thinking? She's like, sometimes I don't even know what's going on. We're just having fun, and that's been the storyline, and having fun is working for them.
Yeah.
I'm right outside the Target Center. I haven't seen a single Gamecock fan leave yet. They're still in there celebrating with the team. UConn is walking out here, not with the outcome they wanted, but South Carolina Gamecock fans are in there celebrating with their team because after 5 years, they have won another national title.
The great throws and great catches aren't just awakening Allen football. The success is unleashing a new excitement upon an entire university. While Dutch Fork believes it has the greatest story ever, if you head south for about 26 miles, you'll find yourself in Timberwolves territory, where head coach Nick Pelham argues the greatest story ever lives. Unlike Ollie and I, who just met today, a bond between rider and horse stems from a childhood connection. Consistent improvement. The Knights going from 6-3 to 8-4 to this year's 11-1 record, punching their ticket to the third round in the playoffs for just the third time in school history. It's consistent momentum rolling in the right direction.
Dave, I'm an energetic person, and you might have beat me today with the energy you brought to the press conference. Where does that enthusiasm come from, and how do you hope it's contagious here?
It's how I was wired. Honestly, I lean on my faith a lot.
To remind viewers, Mylasia Fulwiley and Tessa Johnson are freshmen. Why are you guys able to make an impact so early on? Clemson's continuity is probably most absent in the place kicker role. You guys relied on BT Potter for 5 years as your rock, and he put up about 8 points per game last season. Now you have a redshirt freshman, Robert Gunn. What makes you confident that he's ready for this role? You signed an NIL deal with the Curry brand, and then you have a career-high three-pointers made. Did he tell you anything?
No, not really. I feel like...
Coach, when you think about 10 months ago when your team played UConn last in the national championship, where do you think South Carolina has improved most headed into Sunday?
What you go out there and do, what empowers you about that?
Just the adrenaline, honestly.
All right, Paul, I don't know what LSU did, but here we do this for Go Cox. Have you done that yet? Can we get one?
You got to start here, right?
Okay.
Don't you?
Then you go up.
Right?
Okay, you got it.
I've been schooled well already.
Finally, it's game week. Welcome into sports. I'm Amanda Poole. Yes, the week we've been preparing for all summer. Week 1 for college football. Well, for most of college football. And South Carolina starters are being named today. Shane Beamer's starting quarterback is Lenora Sellers. News coming out last week, but now the first full depth chart is here. The South Carolina football team is preparing for its biggest test of the season. College game day at Williams-Brice for the LSU matchup on Saturday. Just 2 weeks into the season, and we're already learning a lot about this year's squad. From one capital to the capital. Welcome on into Sports Zone. I'm your host tonight, Amanda Poole. Today marking a monumental day for the South Carolina women's basketball team. The Gamecocks getting honored at the White House for their 3rd national championship.
From Prada to Balmain, high-end designers styled the women's basketball players at Monday night's WNBA draft. But for South Carolina's Camila Cardoso, she shopped local. Our Amanda Poole introduces us to the Lexington designer behind Cardoso's viral red suit.
Styling 6'7".
Put it on and it's perfectly like a club. It's not even any alteration. I thought like at least a little bit adjustment, but no.
A flawlessly fitted suit for Camila Cardoso's WNBA draft night.
The Chicago Sky select Camila Cardoso.
I feel like I said, wow, I'm like literally like, I'm so happy. I'm like, when the way she walk out, you know, on the stage, it is a moment, a big moment for her, but like for me, it's like amazing, gonna be a part of it.
Min Lee is the designer behind the red suit. The Lexington talent happy to see her art on display.
Prada, that's the first time they on the draft, on WNBA draft, and I'm the first time too. I feel really like, oh, this is amazing.
When clients come to 831 Min Lee and want to work with the designer, she normally sets up a meeting. They walk in. You hear a nice little jingle as she gets you set up and measured for your outfit. But for Camila Cardoso, that ring never happened because Min Lee measured and sized Camila's red blazer without even meeting her first.
I have to do my magic thing. It means I have to pull out age measurement and I have to go online, look at Camila body type. I'm become like a stalker. Go online and look at all the pictures.
A remote method Min Lee is used to, as Asia Wilson was her first Gamecock client.
The first outfit I make for her is the white suit for the big day when they have her tattoo.
3 years and dozens of designs later, Min Lee's client list is full of stars. From Dawn Staley to Bam Adebayo, Min Lee's magic has been felt.
This is a shirt, for Bam's shirt.
It's just a little bit bigger than you. Just a little bit.
For Wilson, Staley, and now Cardoso, a fan through fashion has been found.
I pay attention, like, you know, when Asia playing, when South Carolina women basketball playing, and now become my thing now.
In Lexington,
I'm enjoying it.
Amanda Poole, WACH FOX Sports.
Now for my favorite story we've done in a very long time. One local college is dominating the national ranks in track and field. Our Amanda Poole takes us to Columbia College, home to the top 4 race walkers in the country.
The average female runs 6.5 miles per hour. Isabel Treffs walks 8 miles per hour.
People describe it like walking as fast as you can in the hallway without running.
The nation's fastest race walker calls Columbia College home.
As you can, you have to follow 2 rules. You have to have 1 foot on the ground at all times, and you have to have one leg, your leg straight until it passes directly underneath your body. After that, it can bend.
Treffs and 3 of her teammates account for the top 4 collegiate race walkers in America.
Born walking, will always be walking. It's sort of a given now.
I started like 4 or 5 years ago because I was tired and bored of running. So I wanted to try something else.
Well, I like it better than running. It's a very small athletic field, so we kind of get to know each other as we compete.
The tight-knit team started up 6 years ago, stepping into a national spotlight almost immediately.
These ladies have won 4 conference titles in the last 5 years.
While the conference titles are great, it's only fitting the best in the nation is making strides to compete with other nations.
The end goal probably is going to be the Olympics.
And athletes with Olympic dreams have found the right place as Columbia College competes in the NAIA, the only conference in the nation for competitive race walking.
When I was little, I'd be like, oh, I really want to go to the Olympics, whatever, and like thinking I could actually go. It's kind of crazy.
Treffs is from Maine, where race walking is a norm. She came here for the conference and the caliber of coaching very few schools provide.
Being with, more knowledgeable and more experienced coaches.
Coach Ian Watley race walked for Team USA back in 1993 all the way up to 2016. After working closely with this group, Watley has high hopes headed into nationals.
1993 is the last time that any school took the top 4 places in the event at NAIA National Championships, so it would be quite an achievement.
At Columbia College, Amanda Poole, Watch Fox Sports.